Hi, it's Paul Dallaghan, Samahita Retreat. Welcome to this informational video on the ancient nasal irrigation practice of Hatha Yoga's Neti. Now, the original version of Neti actually referred to a string. You know, we have the rubber catheter, and that was used to pass through the nasal passageway, pretty much to stimulate the mucus there and the nasal lining itself. Now that's in one of the older videos we have. It's connected with this blog as well, filmed with one of our younger team members about 10 years ago. Our focus this time is on you could almost say a later addition to this nasal irrigation of Neti, where you use a pot. It's like a mini teapot. Okay, so jala Neti, jala being the word for water. Okay, this is sutra Neti being a string. And it's worth graduating to that, but the most probably immediately helpful and easy to get into is the one with the water. So just as similar to the points in the blog, we talk about being set up. So that's the first aspect. What are you getting set up with? Okay, our improvised bowl sink here. Of course, you might be over your kitchen sink with nothing in it, over your bathroom sink, or out in a nice nature spot that is not frequented by other people. So that's our setup. The salt, here we have pink Himalayan salt, better non-iodized, though I have myself used iodized when there was nothing else. Of course you could have Celtic sea salt or something similar. Then we actually have some boiled hot water, okay, and then just room temperature, right? So I have Anthea here with me to make this a full Irish presentation. Okay, so by experience, approximately 1 full teaspoon of salt goes in the pot. Okay, then depending on the temperature of the water, this one is less than hot now. It's been sitting here for a while, so it should fill up about a third, half of the way, and then add on another bit of water. Okay, stirred of course with that spoon there. Add in a bit more water. Good. And then when I have that in there, I like to cover the top. So just cover the top with your palm, yeah, and give it a good shake, okay, because you want to get consistency of salt throughout it, okay. Now, if you want to check the temperature, then you know, personally, I use the little finger, and of course, if that was, I won't put my finger in it. Keep it as hers, okay. So. Basically now she has the full mixture, okay? If she's concerned about is it too salty or not salty enough, have a little sip taste of it, okay? And is that pretty salty? So you know, having too little salt is worse than having too much salt, but both will sting. But either no salt, too little salt, or cold water is very stinging. And I've been, believe it or not, people actually end up doing that and then are concerned about it. So enough salt, right temperature, you can't go wrong. Adequate now? Yeah. Right, so now the key part here is the angle of the head. So Anthea is going to come forward and then she's going to tilt her head pretty much, even more, yeah, right? And then, so it's tilted and then she wants to tip it forward a bit. So you're tipping, great. And then we start to see it passing through the other nostril, okay, really coming out of the other nostril. And as I said in the blog itself, if I just have this touching, it might look like there's water coming out, but it's really just pouring across the front of my nose. Okay, so these plastic pots, which are common on the market and the cheapest, a couple of dollars, have got like a kind of a round nipple base, and they fit in nicely to the nostril. Okay, she's going for more. She loves doing this. Now, again, now this is the bit that's very important. She's going to do like a Kapalabhati, a kind of blow your nose type pump. Okay, and she's doing it in a mild, because as she told me in advance, ladylike way. Okay, but typically you would want, and I'll do it, get that out. But I don't do it trying to block one nostril, because that could divert water in the nasal passage. But what I will be is a gentleman and give her a tissue, right? Now, what was done in one nostril should then be equally followed through the next nostril, okay? And I like the design of these over even some of the porcelain ones, etc., even though unfortunately it's plastic, because it expands, it's rounder, and it actually fits snugly up there against the nostril, you see? And so if my head is tilted back this way, I'll actually have water go down my throat, or if I'm at that kind of tilted and backward tipped angle, I'll have it scrolling down my, my cheek here. So that's why you want to get out, you know, tilted enough and tipped, see? And then you can't go wrong, as she perfectly demonstrated. So that's it. You can do that early, first thing in the morning. When I've been in dusty or polluted environments, I actually do it at the end of the day, and it's amazing to see the kind of dust and dirt that comes out. Then you sleep better. So not only is this great for your general nasal passage, sinus health, respiratory tract, excellent in times of allergy, in times of cold, flu season, and even with the addition of other viruses that embed themselves in the nasal area, so you really get at that. But you're also aiding like quality of breath. One of the nose's jobs is to actually filter, and you actually aid that even better. And you can sleep better. So all in all, nasal irrigation, the ancient Hatha yoga practice of Neti, is quick, easy, and worth doing. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you.
Oh.